Manchester United will be on the lookout for a new goalkeeper this summer and thinking about replacing Andre Onana. If he was to be replaced, who would be the best choice? Well, let's explore exactly that question. In this video, we'll run through 4 goalkeepers under the age of 25 who United could look at, and we'll run through their strengths and weaknesses. We're also going to do a second video looking at goalkeepers over the age of 25 if experience was to be considered the priority. And let's waste no time, let's talk about the first option. Lucas Chevalier from Lille. Chevalier is a 23-year-old goalkeeper who has been making waves at Lille in Liga. Standing at 6'2", not the tallest goalkeeper, but his lean frame and long limbs give him exceptional reach, allowing him to dive to corners with a single step. But what's particularly impressive about Chevalier is his consistent progression. Since breaking into Lille's first team in the 2022-23 season, he's gone from strength to strength. In that breakout campaign, he conceded 31 goals in 32 games and kept 10 clean sheets as Lille finished 5th. This season, he's been the best performing goalkeeper in the French league, attracting interest from PSG, which is usually a sign that you're doing something right. And the stats back up the eye test. At the start of last season, among under 24 goalkeepers regularly playing in Europe's top 5 leagues, Chevalier conceded the 3rd fewest goals per 90 minutes. He ranked 4th for most additional goals prevented, and just 26.2% of his open play passes were kicked long, one of the lowest rates among his peers. He's kind of the definition of a modern goalkeeper, primarily distributing short to centre-backs, but knows exactly when to split the press with passes into midfield or driven balls to fullbacks. His specialty, though, is those long flat kicks over a high line. Perfect for launching counter-attacks. And his shot-stopping metrics have improved dramatically every season, as you can see here. And this season, incredibly, he's prevented 8.43 goals. He's in the 93rd percentile for clean sheets, the 90th percentile for goals prevented, and 80th percentile for pass accuracy and long ball precision. Of course, there's room for improvement. His handling of cutbacks is questionable. Got a bit of a tendency to hold the posts, a flaw that plagued De Gea during his later years at United. Goalkeepers kind of do this to check their positioning, but often it's a sign of insecurity. He also sometimes can lack composure, but at 23, these are habits that will probably be coached out of him over time. With a price tag of around 35 to 45 million euros, he'd be a significant purchase, but you could represent real value for a keeper who, could serve United for the next decade, in theory. Now, the next name on our list is one that you'll probably know about, Zion Suzuki. A 22-year-old goalkeeper with an incredible name, let's be honest, 11 out of 10 for that name, and potentially a lot of upside. The Japanese international has been making progress in European football, currently plying his trade with Parma in Serie A after he moved to Belgium. Now, United were interested in signing him prior to Onana, but he actually chose regular first-team football in Belgium over a move to Old Trafford. And given his progression since, you could argue he made the right choice. Now, he's a good shot stopper, he's excellent with his feet, 2 crucial attributes in the modern game. However, the other areas of his game are, a bit questionable as to whether he is developed enough to make him ready to be United's #1 goalkeeper. He's ironed out some weaknesses during his time in Serie A, but his decision-making does remain erratic, and it may well be too soon for him to step up to a club of United's stature and size. His development is promising, but I'd say he might be one to watch for the future, because the pressure of Old Trafford requires probably a more complete goalkeeper right now. Next up is Seny Lemens, a 22-year-old Belgian goalkeeper who stands at an imposing 6'4", plays for Royal Antwerp, and this season has been his first as #1 in senior football. He's grabbed that opportunity with both hands. He's been described as a super talent with a knack for pulling off amazing stops, especially from close range. But what makes him stand out is he's got a very well-balanced profile. He's got a massive physical presence in goal, good shot-stopping abilities, commands his box confidently, claims his crosses with authority, and on the ball, he's got that variance in passing too. Now, despite his height, his agility and reflexes to get across the goal and down to corners is pretty damn good. He moves swiftly, covers angles efficiently, and his positioning is consistently spot on to anticipate and intercept those threats. He dominates his box, and that will please a lot of United fans. Now, he's thrived in a system that emphasises building out from the back. His command of the area, he makes him suitable for teams who do employ that high defensive line, requiring sometimes the goalkeeper to be capable of sweeping behind the defence to cover that space. Probably the main area for improvement with him comes with long-range distribution. While he's accurate on short passes, long kicks, not so much. Now, for a relatively inexperienced goalkeeper, he looks pretty mature and he commands his area impressively. And with the right coaching, he could well develop into a great goalkeeper. Wouldn't say he's a perfect prospect, but certainly one who could well be a gamble that pays off. Now, our final prospect is probably our most well-rounded out of all of them. Joan Garcia, a 23-year-old goalkeeper who plays for Espanyol in Spain. Standing at 6'4", Garcia has been the best performing goalkeeper in La Liga this season. No small feat in a league that has produced some of the world's finest goalkeepers. His frame is his first notable notable attribute. He fills up the goal and he is an imposing goalkeeper. Because of his stature and size, he's intimidating in one-on-ones, and similar to Liverpool's Alisson, his timing in one-on-ones is excellent. But he also possesses the ability to make himself bigger, explodes his body outwards to intimidate attackers. Reminiscent of maybe a little Peter Schmeichel. I'm not saying he's Peter Schmeichel, by the way. Just in that using his body in one-on-ones. Now, he's excellent at keeping possession, finding wide players with precise side-footed deliveries or making quick, low-risk passes. He's got good awareness, he's got good vision. And an area where Garcia excels is his ability to claim crosses. He's one of the best at it. David Raya, who is the gold standard in the Premier League for this, stops 10.7% of crosses, whereas Garcia stops 9%, a minimal drop-off. For comparison, Onana stops just 6.4%. His ability to read the game is another standout quality, allows him to anticipate danger, and his reflexes regularly produce crucial saves in big moments. I would say maybe there's some concerns about his handling, specifically regarding low-driven crosses or shots where he sometimes struggles to hold on to the ball, but it's worth remembering, of course, that he's only 23 and has been a starter in a top 5 league for just over a year, so expectations need to be measured. He's far from elite with the ball, but he's comfortable, and that's enough at this age. That being said, he's already shown this season that you don't get much more of a commanding presence in the sticks than Jean Garcia. He is an imposing figure who maybe can single-handedly keep you in games of massive importance. Now, interestingly, with a €30 million release clause, Garcia represents excellent value for a goalkeeper of that current skill set and with his potential ceiling. In fact, Jean Garcia is not just the safest choice, but he probably has the highest ceiling of the keepers we've mentioned too. Now, all of these goalkeepers represent different profiles that could address United's needs between the posts if Onana was to leave this summer. Each offers unique qualities that could improve United's fortunes, and all have room to develop further, which is exciting. Now, we're also going to explore some over 25 goalkeeper options, just in case experience is the prerequisite that United want to go for in a goalkeeper. But truth be told, Andre Onana was playing in the Champions League final the season before and had played for Inter. He was the experience, and it didn't quite work out. But of all these mentioned so far, which goalkeeper do you like the sound of? And after we've done both videos, you can let us know which goalkeeper you would love United to replace Onana with if he was to leave this summer.